I'm Heather Karr, the Early Years Vice Principal. Follow me. So today I'd like to take you on a tour just to show a few highlights in our school. So when you come in the school doors, to our right here we have the main office, and in the main office that's where you might pick up your children if they have to go home early. We work on attendance through the main office, and if a little kid needs an ice pack, this is where they go to. As I come down the hallway, to the left we have our grade 2 classrooms, and down to the right we have our kindergarten and grade 1 classrooms. So let's go check out a kindergarten classroom. So at LCS in kindergarten we have 3 kindergarten classes. 2 are full-time and 1 is part-time. Here we are in our kindergarten area, and one of the things I love about our kindergarten area is that it's kind of self-contained. We have our classrooms here, and the kindergartens have their own bathrooms in this area, they have their own water fountain, and their very own entrance to the playground. So let's go check out the playground now. So here we have our playground. This playground is exclusively for kindergartens and grade 1s to play on. You can see we've got a beautiful playscape that features a really fun hill with a tunnel running through the middle of it. We've got places for climbing, places for sitting, lots of green space. We have a sandbox and a stage to perform on. And so the whole area is really designed to encourage students' creativity in a fun and safe way. This here is one of 3 kindergarten classrooms, and all of our kindergarten classrooms are identical in size and layout. So typically in a kindergarten classroom we have where the instructional activities happening on this side of the room, and on the other side of the room we do more play-based learning type activities, centers, things like that. Right now you can see we have a lot of separate desk space due to COVID, but typically it would look different. We like to encourage a lot of collaboration, teamwork, community in the classroom. And so now in our current situation, teachers, they're adapting to the situation and finding other ways to build community in this room. All right, so let's go check out the auditorium. The auditorium here is where we have our early years chapels every week. The kids come together as an early years community and we worship God, we learn more about His Word. We also use this space for concerts. We have a really large concert in our early years at Christmas time and in the spring, where we feature many of the musical talents that the students are developing in music class here. We also have special chapels throughout the year. We have a K-12 Christmas chapel, Easter chapel. We have Thanksgiving chapel. In February, we celebrate the love of God through a friendship chapel. And one of our favorite things to do in early years too is have a grandparents chapel and have our grandparents come and celebrate them. So this is a really useful space. It's used by K-12. It's used by early years frequently to draw in our community and have some of that relationship building. So here we have our small gym, and in our small gym, a lot of our earlier students have their physical education class. Mrs. Gail Sarant is our early years phys ed teacher, and she does such a fantastic job of engaging students in a lot of activities that are meaningful. They're learning about all the basic movement skills, whether it's skipping, jumping, hopping, running, throwing, catching, so many more. And what I really love is in the kindergarten class too, she teaches all the students the names of their muscles. And so they become quite proficient from an early age in a lot of those skills. And so not far from our small gym, we have our South Hall. And our South Hall is really a gathering space. It's a gathering space for our high schools students to congregate, have lunch together. It's a gathering space where we have parents that will have coffee together after a special chapel or concert. And it's also could be a gathering space for some of our earlier students in the fact that it's kind of a special treat. Sometimes parents will come pick up their early years child and bring them here for lunch once in a while. So it's really a space, a wonderful space with lots of light where families can enjoy. Right, so now I'm here in our school library. It's a great space. We have a green room in our library where students can create lots of projects. We have our kindergartens and earlier students have library classes regularly where they can listen to a story, sign out books for the week, and it's just a really comfortable space for our students to also study in the older grades. So here we have our Student Support Center, and in our school we have a resource teacher for every division of our school, and this is kind of where their offices are. So in early years we have a resource teacher that supports kids in the class, supports teachers as needed. We also have a literacy support teacher that supports teachers and students, sometimes in the class, sometimes in a small group. Our philosophy really at Linden is one of inclusion, and so we want to work with families on how to meaningfully include each child. So that might include meeting with a resource teacher, making a plan of strengths and needs, and then how do we incorporate that plan so that your child can reach their fullest potential. A core value of the LCS is to be a safe, caring, learning environment that focuses on the whole person. I believe that the way our classrooms are designed in physical nature, as well as the way that our teachers plan and teach the children, addresses that core value. So thanks for coming on this tour with me to check out some of the spaces in our early years classroom, and thanks for considering LCS for your child's education.